Market. Experience a world of choice. And Automotive Art Cayman. Your car, our passion. And by Dorman Day, celebrating 10 years of opening doors to brighter futures. Visit dormanday.ky.
Morning and welcome to The Buzz. I'm your host, Kathy Miller. We've got a bit of an action-packed day this morning. So I'm going to be starting off with the RCIPS. They're launching a brand new police leadership and management program in partnership with City and Guilds, creating clear internationally recognized pathways for officers and for young Caymanians interested in public service. So I'll be talking with the RCIPS, and before I begin that discussion, I'm going to plug the Valentine's Giveaway, everybody. From 9 to 9:30 a.m., I have a ton of prizes, probably too many to give out during that time, but I'm asking you to call in and share a love story. So between that time, all you got to do to win a prize, which is pretty amazing. I have bouquets of roses. I have spa certificates. Think number 11 spa, which is an amazing spa. I have restaurant gift certificates. I'm talking Mykonos, best steak on the island, in my opinion. There's so much that I have to share. Fragrances from Kirk Freeport for him and her. So you can win. You just got to share a love story. And I'm hearing too many negative things. I don't believe in love. Come on, really? Really? Love is the most transformative thing in the world. You have to believe in love. What's the other choice? So we're just trying to spread some positivity. So share your love story, somebody that might have impacted you in such a beautiful, positive way. Maybe you lost somebody and you want to share a great memory of your time with them. So we want to help you celebrate Valentine's Day and share your story with us come 9 a.m. All right, so in this segment from the Royal Cayman Islands Police Service, I'm happy to welcome Chief Inspector Wade Chase from Training and Development, Carlson Benjamin from Learning and Development Officer, and Samantha Tate Thompson, Operational Human Resources Officer in the Training and Development Unit. Good morning to my guests. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning.
We're all good. I heard Inspector Chase, you had a bit of a flat this morning.
Yes, I had a flat tire this morning.
And you made it on time.
And one good citizen pointed it out. Yeah, you got a flat tire, and I just pulled off, and I had to do some mechanic work.
You fixed it, and you made it on time.
Yeah,
so
still
listen,
made it on time.
Anytime anybody tells me, no, we didn't have to wait. You were good. But next time anybody's like, oh, I'm late, I'll be like, no, but you don't understand. I had a guest who had a flat tire, went and changed it, and still made it on time. So I'm impressed by that. It's pretty good.
Thank you.
It's pretty good. All right. So we are here to talk about the City and Guilds program. Mm-hmm. So if we can get a bit of an overview, what inspired the RCIPS to develop this new police leadership and management program?
Well, first of all, the RCIPS has been engaged in some amazing leadership courses, programs over the years. I mean, you see the officers out there, great, excellent, emotionally aware officers. But one of the things that we want to drive, and I'm speaking from an educator's point of view, is to ensure that we have an end-to-end program that is channeled through the same lane. And I think that is what inspired that. The commissioner's goal is to professionalize the service. And one of the ways that you can do that is to ensure that persons are equipped and persons are guided by the same framework.
Yes, we all learned under the same framework, which is important. Mm. Is there a particular one that's set for the police service? Are there certain models to follow?
Well, certainly. We follow a framework from the UK. It's called a Competency and Values Framework. And that's a framework that is just so dynamic for leaders. It involves emotional awareness, taking ownership, and so on. It's a whole framework that is comprehensive, that is really good for leadership. Police leadership, but also other forms of leadership.
Okay, so the partnership with City and Guilds, how did that come about?
This has been a discussion for a long time. All right, that partnership with City and Guilds has been an ongoing discussion. However, in recent years, as the commissioner's goal has been to professionalize the service, the commissioner has been pushing to get a program that is not going to just be a one-off program, but it's a program that is going to take a young person from 16-year-old and bring them all the way through the ranks to senior leadership having that same framework, as I mentioned, that same mentality. And so that's one of the reasons why we jumped on that program, even though it has been in discussion for many years.
It's been in discussion for many years. Has there been any other, perhaps, learning institutions that the RCIPS was considering that you might be aware of?
There were several institutions, really. There are a lot of, I'm not going to mention the names at this point in time.
All right, City and Guilds one.
There are many institutions out there. Now, City and Guilds, as you know, is very dynamic throughout the Caribbean. Even here on island,
Yes.
we have ILM.
Yes.
In fact, the RCIPS is an ILM subcenter. So it made it quite easy. Chief Inspector Chase is one of the facilitators of that for the Civil Service College in particular. So City and Guilds became quite easily chosen simply because it has already been done in the UK. Now, the UK has developed the UK Police College, the College of Policing, developed a program with City and Guilds several years ago for England and Wales. And so we are sort of adapting that program to make it Caymanize.
Okay, I like that. And yeah, you are right. We do have, in Cayman especially, we do have a relationship with City and Guilds. Yes. I know through the civil service learning, I should know what it's called. The civil service training.
Service College.
Yes, thank you. But through the training and development that they do offer within civil service, the ILM program is, I've done that once. I think it was level 3.
Oh, nice.
So
That's good.
loved it.
Congratulations.
Yeah, absolutely loved it. So you facilitate that for the RCIPS?
Yeah, we do have our own version of it. We follow all the same guidelines. We follow the same literature, and the assessment process is the same. What we do cover is a little more in-depth examples that are more related to the policing based on the type of leadership we do, kind of dynamic type of leadership where decision-making need to be made right now. And the decisions that we choose are impactful in the immediate. All decisions obviously might have some consequences in all different jobs, so not watering down any other jobs, but the impact of our decisions are usually more immediately felt. So we felt that with our leadership programs and our decision making around the leadership programs that we do offer, that we needed to help with the dynamic decision making that officers face on a day-to-day basis, as well as the leadership, because we are accountable to our actions as well. We are accountable to the public. So as police officers, that is one of the big things that affect us, and the public really should hold us accountable for the actions that we take.
I'm glad you said that. Sometimes I feel we hold you a little bit over the fire too much, and
Well,
yet we don't understand the whole picture of what police also have to deal with too. So, from your experience, Inspector Chase, with all the people that have gone through the program, is it mandatory for all officers to go through it, or for the program that you facilitate?
Oh, the ILM?
Yeah.
No, it's not mandatory for officers to go through it, but quite a few officers, just like many other civil servants, have passed through the program as just a way to strengthen their leadership practices. So from through all the ranks, and with the senior ranks having completed level 7 at the ILM, to all the other ranks completing the ILM Aspire. Some of the younger persons, they're eager to get into the leadership program, so they're doing the Aspire aspect, and then level 3, and then moving on to level 5. So quite a few officers have completed the programs up to level 5, and very few have completed level 7.
And what have you seen in the change in officers that have gone through this program? And for yourself, actually, let's start with you.
Well, it is a very positive change to see us singing from the same tune and being able to make leadership decisions from the same playbook. So it has been really, really good, and it has improved our overall performance as an organization, but we are forever growing. And that is why we've introduced our own program, which also covers, it covers the promoted ranks throughout the organization. So our own partnership with City and Guilds, that's not to say we're not still working with ILM. We're 100% still on board with ILM. We're still working with ILM, and the officers still encouraged to participate with ILM. But in addition to that, our own program now, will cover more police-related stuff, because in the policing context is forever changing, and the expectations by the members of the public, as well as our own internal leadership, is higher. So we do have to have something out there to say this is the guidelines by which we make a decision. And better leaders are better for everybody. It's good for everybody.
Oh, yeah,
you know, we need to know who it is that we're following, right? That we need to know that the persons that we are following are capable, and they're not just pulling decisions from out of the air,
right?
But they're actually there's a framework that everybody follow. And if you follow this framework, we expect that you will make better decisions. Right?
All right. Now, Samantha, you are in HR.
Yes.
Yes. So for the officers that have gone through the ILM program locally, what have you experienced in their development and their change? Has it brought them promotional opportunities? Have you seen improved performance in their roles?
They have. I've seen improvement in their roles. They were able to go through a promotional process and move into a higher rank. So we have constables moving into sergeants, sergeants moving up to inspectors, and inspectors moving into chief inspector ranks. So there have been improvements, and officers were able to elevate themselves.
Okay, that's excellent. I mean, that's to me a little bit of succession planning right there as well, and just being able to provide the opportunities for people to develop, because once you know it's there, we're going to take it, especially if we don't have to pay for it a lot of the time. So thank you to the civil service for taking care of that for most of us, right? All right. So when we're talking about end-to-end in the program, this is now for the police leadership and management program with city and guilds. What do we mean by end-to-end in the context of the program? Can anybody speak to that?
I think the reason why we say end-to-end, because we want persons to know that there is a pathway. Generally, you have programs that would start in the middle, and you don't know where you go from there. But if you have a program that has a pathway from the beginning, where somebody in high school who wants to be a police officer could see the channel from when I can start to if I aspire to be the commissioner, for instance, if I aspire to be on the senior leadership team in the Royal Cayman Islands Police Service. So when we say end-to-end, we are talking about a beginning to an end program. It's like alpha, omega, beginning and the end. And I think that is very crucial. I'm going to just tell you this. I wanted to be a police officer when I was growing up, from very, very small.
Really?
And I never saw the pathway. There was no clear channel. But now having this program, or young persons who would be introduced to it would be able to say, yes, this is something I can see. People generally go where they can see, and that to me is pretty much amazing.
They can picture their future. Yes, I agree with that.
Just wanted to join in with Mr. Carlson. It is, it's the starting age at the age of 16, but it is also a strategic move to catch young Caymanians. We believe at this age they're deciding either to, move into either further their education or to enter the workplace. So by offering this at this early age, we can, groom them into further and future leaders before they look elsewhere.
That's right.
Yeah, and we need that, definitely.
One of the things that we also do is we go out to the career fairs, and going out there, we kind of spark the interest of the youth to kind of push them into this, into the policing field.
What is the feedback or the feel of the youth, like teenagers from career fairs? Are they interested in policing, or is it?
Yes, they are. One of the things I try to sell to them is that, okay, it's not just, officers that you see on the road going out to arrest persons or to give tickets. There's so much more to it than that. We do have specialized units such as, air ops, cyber,
Yes.
finance, scenes of crime,
Forensics.
Forensic.
Yes, which interests
So
me.
there's so many units that we have, and I think a lot of people don't know, but they're not aware of it. So we try to, instill that into the youth just to spark their interest so that they, when they're, start going overseas to study or whatever, they will have RCIPS in mind, because we want to encourage young Caymanians, especially females. We don't have so much females within the force, and we're looking to recruit more young Caymanians and young females into the force.
Okay, I like that. And you both you and Carlson hit an important point in just being able to see a pathway.
Yes.
Because I think a lot of us, and especially those listening, we weren't really introduced to pathways per se, and you didn't really get the big picture of what it could lead to and the different kind of positions you could hold. So you're kind of, you don't really know.
Yes.
So I like that. I think that's a really great thing.
So catching them at that age, 16, normally we will recruit at the age of 18, but it kind of covers that gap, preparing them to move in or to transition into, coming in to be a police officer. That is where they would have to start there. So kind of bridges that gap, like I mentioned before.
Get them when they're young, yes.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's also kind of the easiest time to develop and shape somebody, to mold people, especially from younger. Hopefully you're not as unruly as I was back then, and you're listening.
Yes.
You have a better discipline.
Some of the things we also some of the things that we're looking to instill into these young people is, the value, building character, discipline, integrity, just a sense of, having a sense of duty. So we believe at this age, the traits are more effectively formed.
Yes, I agree with you there. And those are very important traits to have, not just in policing, but in everyday life, right? We should have those traits. We're going to take a quick commercial break right now. When we come back, we'll continue our discussion.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
One of the best parts of the agriculture show are the vendors. This year, there's going to be over 130 vendors featuring local food, fresh juices, food trucks, plants, farmers, and Caymanian artists and craftspeople. From handmade jewelry and natural skincare to art, books, and fresh produce, you'll find something for everyone. Shop local and support Cayman talent this Ash Wednesday in Lower Valley.
I'm Michael Webster.
And I'm Denise Brown of Cayman Insurance Center.
Family is not the most important thing, it's everything.
We have worked with the community and their families on protecting themselves for the future.
Whether it's providing top-rated life insurance
or protecting your family's household investment.
From our family to yours, we understand and we care.
I'm Denise Brown. Call me at 814-7229.
And I'm Michael Webster at 925-5433.
We are Cayman Insurance Center.
Specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services at an affordable rate. We are Michael and
Denise at Cayman Insurance Center.
Call today.
The Buzz with your host, Kathy Miller.
Welcome back to The Buzz. I'm your host, Kathy Miller, and we are talking with the RCIPS. I say we, like me and my 12 personalities, but yes, we are talking with the RCIPS, the Police Leadership and Management Program, which is a city and guilds partnership. And in studio with me, I have Chief Inspector Wade Chase of Training and Development. We have Carlson Benjamin, Learning and Development Officer, and Samantha Tate Thompson, Operational Human Resource Officer in the Training and Development Units. Okay, let's talk through some of the level 4 and 5 qualifications when it comes to the leadership and management qualifications for level 4 and 5. What's this what's in this program?
Yes, first of all, I think it's very important to note it's a hybrid program. All right, we have just completed our promotion interviews, and we've had almost 50 officers who passed promotions from constables to sergeants and sergeants to inspectors.
Awesome.
So that is one of the drives and so forth. But this program is not just about generic leadership. It's about some specific areas that can sharpen the skills of these officers as we better serve each other, but as we better serve the public. And that's what we want to do. So we have courses like managing investigation. That would be a part of it. Managing performance, a lot of supervision courses. And as you go a little higher to the inspector and chief inspector rank, you have some more strategic courses that's going to build the leadership and management skills.
Can you share any of the details of what people learn?
Yeah, well, I do. We have a lot of things here. One of the things, I'm going to just read some of them here. So they actually learn leadership and management skills, but that would involve preparing, monitoring, and maintaining police operations. Also, supervising response during critical incidents. And that is huge because when you have a critical incident, you need somebody that is emotionally aware. You need somebody that is able to be critical in their thinking. And that is what that course is going to do. It has inside of that course is like a thread, the competency and values framework. And that framework sort of help officers to be guided by certain leadership principles. One of the things that I believe is that people will not go along with you except they can get along with you. And that was said by John Maxwell. Now, in that, you have to be able as a police officer to get in a particular crime scene and still remain calm. This is very difficult to do, all right? But this course is going to prepare them to be able to sharpen those skills that will be able to remain calm, get the job done while still taking care of everybody that is around them. And I think that to me is one of the things one of the reasons why we're driving that course.
I think that's very interesting, especially with you saying they're learning techniques on how to stay calm and how to deal with very chaotic situations, which is very much needed because the rest of us in that situation are probably absolutely chaotic. And you need somebody to assess, calm it down, and just try to take control. The emotional awareness, I think, is huge. I'm curious, is there any kind of like psychology sort of related training? Because when we're talking about emotional awareness and keeping the peace within a situation, is there anything within the training that you're aware of that deals kind of on a psychology level?
Well, Carlson would have spoke on the competency values framework, which we as an organization operate under, and some of the areas that it does cover. And one of the key areas in it, and we practice throughout the organization, through our training and everything, you did touch on it, we are emotionally aware.
Yeah.
So the framework is about 6 parts of the framework.
Okay.
We're emotionally aware, we take ownership, where we practice officers to take responsibility for their actions from the beginning. We collaborate. So you see the police have been reaching out a lot more in terms of the different other law enforcement agencies, working closely with them. From the perspective of training alone, we always offer spots to our other partners and stuff like that. We support and inspire. So that goes along the lines of how we support members of our teams and stuff like that, how we work closely with them, how we bring young officers up to a different level, so you don't just leave them alone. We're supposed to bring them up to another level. But also the way in which we interact with the public when we go to a matter of domestic and stuff like that, how we support the persons throughout that. So it's a holistic approach. The next one is we analyze critically. We spoke about the decision making, the national decision model, which we do use as an organization throughout, and this is from the College of Policing, how we make all our decisions and how we document our decisions. And then finally, we are innovative and open-minded. You see, policing is forever changing. Now we got AI and everything in. So it is not just doing policing from an old approach, but it's how we now approach and make decisions based on modern frameworks, things that have been proven to work better than other ways and stuff like that. So we don't remain in the Stone Ages in terms of policing. It's forever changing,
Yes.
in terms of that. So basically, that is how our competencies go, and they're all based around our values as an organization as well.
I think one of the things that really intrigued me in the past, well, it's been less than a year, but in the past year or so, you guys have underwater drones?
Well, that was the Coast Guard. The
That was
Coast
the
Guard
Coast
is the
Guard.
first one, but we all
But that's
fall
an
under
agency
the
you work
Office of
with.
Commissioner of Police, but that's
Yeah.
completely separate to police. So Coast
Okay.
Guard do have their own
That's them,
equipment,
okay.
and they are a growing organization that has been doing really well. Yeah, but they both fall under the Office of Commissioner of Police. We Commissioner of Police as the chief officer.
So
but they
talking
do
about
have
innovation,
drones.
yeah, it's there.
Yeah, they
I'd
do.
never even heard of that until
Yeah,
then. So I was
yeah.
like, okay, so there's definitely things happening which I love to see for the RCIPS.
But we have drones for the air.
Well, we know that. I know that. Actually had one almost kind of land on me the other day. I didn't know it was a drone. I thought it was a beehive, and I completely I hit the ground like I'm going to be attacked, and it was a drone. It was
a police drone though.
it's not a police drone. No, but I'm like,
we trained a little better than that, right?
I hope so. I think you're not as obvious. I would hope. Hopefully it's.
Yeah.
I don't want to say some sort of surveillance, but you know what I'm saying. All right. So for people who want to enter the program, how do they qualify? Is there qualifications for them?
Well, first of all, there are various phases in the program.
Okay.
The first phase of the program will be for middle managers. All right. And that's the program. That is what we'll be launching in the next week or so, in the next 2 weeks. We have representatives from City and Guilds that will be coming down here. We'll have different colleges, universities, and so on, the Civil Service College, different officials that will be on that launch, or at that launch rather, and will be helping to sort of, chair the program along, right? So that's the first part of the program for our police supervisors. The next part of the program is where we start from the 16-year-olds. We are now in conversation with schools to put that program in the various schools so that persons, just like how we do, for instance, science. Yeah, if you go to, for instance, UCCI, if somebody going to UCCI, we are in discussion with UCCI and other institutions where persons can start with public service courses. And I think even the Civil Service College right now have some of these things happening. And we work closely with the Civil Service College. That's one of our major partners, right? So it's just a matter of persons getting it from the school age. They will hear about it in the schools. Hey, that's a course I can do to tell me more about law enforcement. Okay, so this is the easy part. But as we go up, there is also recruitment. We right now have several recruitment drives happening, and this program would be a part of the recruitment training, whereby persons who apply to be police officers will land straight into that program, because guess what? It shows them the pathway to leadership.
Okay, so they're kind of automatically enrolled in
Yes.
in a program per
Yes.
se once you start joining the RCIPS.
Exactly.
Okay, and is it their choice if they want to continue in some sort of a training program, or?
I mean, you're speaking of the 16-year-olds? Or you're speaking about persons who in the organization who take
new
who go
recruits.
through the file? Oh, the new recruits. Well, from that phase of it, it really is showing them, as we keep saying, the pathway. But this program is ingrained in every aspect of policing. So the part that they will be dealing with would be learning, to be a good leader, what a good leader is, but also how to follow good leadership and what is the frameworks that the leaders make to make decisions. Because if you understand this framework, then you're in a better position to see the value of a specific decision, or you're able to if the decision goes too far off of the framework, you're able to question that decision in terms of, listen, is this the right decision based on the frameworks which we are working with as an organization? Does it fit into our professionalism in the organization and stuff like that? So from the recruit program right up, that is where that aspect will go. So if you're speaking in terms of the 16-year-olds, the 16-year-olds will be part of an initiative that we're working on, where we're working with the cadet corps as well, as well as the schools, where that persons complete a 1-year program when they hit the 16-year mark. That would be specific towards policing, and this would cover aspects of that, and this would be part of the program that they come through. So at that point, they would have that choice. They would not be already recruited into the police, but it is another pathway, because we're looking at several pathways. And on one of the other programs, we would have spoken about the scholarship to the University of Portsmouth. With the is a partnership that we're working with Ministry of Education and the police. Is a police scholarship in professional policing, which we are looking for young persons with A-level qualifications to send over to UK to study professional policing bachelor's degree program, which is a 3-year program. And I use this opportunity now to tell them, get in contact with Training and Development Unit, any persons who are listening now who might be interested, and that we would provide you with more information in relation to that specific program.
Give us a little bit more information on it. We're going to take a quick commercial break,
no problem,
but
definitely.
then give us a little bit more information on
I'll be
that.
happy
All right?
to do that, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm Michael Webster.
And I'm Denise Brown of Cayman Insurance Center.
Family is not the most important thing, it's everything.
We have worked with the community and their families on protecting themselves for the future,
Whether it's providing top-rated life insurance,
or protecting your family's household investment.
from our family to yours, we understand and we care.
I'm Denise Brown. Call me at 814-7229.
And I'm Michael Webster at 925-5433.
We are Cayman Insurance Center.
Specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services at an affordable rate. We are Michael and
Denise
at
Cayman Insurance Center.
Call today.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
When life feels busy, it's time to slow down and tune in. Breeze 105.3 FM gives you the timeless hits, smooth favorites, and the music that feels like home.
Words cannot express how much you mean to me.
Switch now and ride the breeze.
The Buzz with your host, Kathy Miller.
Welcome back to The Buzz. I'm your host, Kathy Miller. We're just about to wrap up our segment with the RCIPS, and we are talking about their Police Leadership and Management Program, a new partnership with City and Guilds. And in studio with me, I have Chief Inspector Wade Chase from Training and Development, Carlson Benjamin, Leading and Development Officer, and Samantha Tate Thompson, Operational Human Resource Officer within the Training and Development Unit. And Inspector Chase was just telling us about the professional policing degree that has also just come about. So you're going to give us a little bit more details on that.
Yeah, definitely. I'm happy to. I can't believe the time is going so quickly.
Yes.
All right. Our target group is young Caymanian students. The course is a professional policing bachelor's degree, and it's with the University of Portsmouth in the UK. The benefits of it is scholarship funding. So we're doing the full scholarship funding, mentorship, and a guaranteed pathway. We spoke about the many pathways into the organization, but it's a guaranteed pathway into the organization, and not just into the organization. We're looking at specialist roles and stuff that would be covered by a program like this. The entry requirements at this stage would be 3 Bs or 2 Bs and a C. as well as 3 C's, which would qualify you for the government scholarship. And the persons that are interested in the program can email us at tdu@rcips.ky, tdu@rcips.ky, and we'll be happy to provide any information or just step in on us at the Training Development Unit at Governor Square. We will be really, really happy to have this conversation, sit you down, have a conversation. We'll also have a booth at the Agriculture Fair next Wednesday, Ash Wednesday, so feel free to come by, have that conversation with us, get some information, and we'll be happy for you to apply. It'll be really, really good, interesting. And the program is definitely targeted at young Caymanian students.
I love this. I love that there's a degree program being offered in policing because sometimes just as regular citizens, a lot of people have the impression that, man, you don't need any kind of qualifications to be a police officer. You can just come straight out of high school and that's that. And then, there's some power-hungry people out there, which I know you have to vet. I know you go through a really intense vetting process. Sometimes people slip through the cracks and then we're like, how are you a police officer? So for me, the university degree program and really the other training certifications that you're offering, it's teaching that critical thinking, that emotional awareness that we spoke about. There's so much, but you're really in a group dynamic and you're learning differently and you're going to be applying that. And it challenges you to grow as a person. So I think it's so needed. And I love that the government is offering the scholarship for people who are interested in policing that want to get the degree program. Now, for this, plus the City and Guilds partnership that we were talking about, there's the ILM programs. For any kind of prior learning credits, how can people incorporate that? Like if I've done ILM 3, for example, and if I was looking to do further with you, how would my prior learning credits impact?
Currently, the prior learning credits would work for persons who are completing the certificate program with City and Guilds. That's level 4 and 5 that we are talking about in policing. So once these officers have completed that course of study, now there are universities out there that we are collaborating with right now. Some of them would be at our launch. They are willing to take these the certificate, look at prior learning. We have officers out there who are brilliant. They've done courses all over the world, right? But somehow these courses are not brought together. These universities are looking at these courses that they've done, bring them together and sort of translate them into credit. So for instance, instead of doing a 4-year program, they may just have to do one with all the experiences that they've had. We have persons in the organization right now who have gone through things like that, taken all the experiences from all the courses that they've done as police officers, and some of them have attained a master's degree. Excellent. In fact, I know of one person right now who is at the PhD level, just coming in as a young police officer from high school, didn't do anything else. But the number of courses and programs that they've been into will translate into credits.
I love that.
So that is what we're doing. We're giving them that academic pathway as well, because we believe that you cannot give what you don't have. And when we put all those things that these officers have done, all the years of experience, all the courses, you cannot even count them.
That's amazing. I love it. I think there's a lot of opportunity there. And it's there if you want to learn. So it has to be inside of you that you want to develop and be better.
Yes.
And kind of like, who doesn't want to do that? I'm a little like, All right. There's also the auxiliary constable recruitment. Yeah. So that process is happening. A couple different recruitment drives.
We have a number of recruitment drives at this point in time. And the auxiliary constable program is one of our most important programs, and that is the recruitment for that is closing it's currently open now. It's closing on the 28th of February. Now, it's between the ages of 18 and 40 years old. Now, the auxiliary constable, let me just break it down a little bit. For police constable and auxiliary constables have the same powers of arrest and everything else. The course of training is a little bit different. While the police constable, we do go around something like 22 to 24 weeks now of training. The auxiliary constable program usually goes anywhere around 8 to 10 weeks, and that covers a different course of study. Police laws for the first part of it, and then the second part of it, it generally covers areas like custody, security, stuff like that, which is the day-to-day that they do thing. They cover areas like criminal justice, which they work with the court processes and stuff like that, and they work with the custody, criminals detention center, as well as the government house and other security areas that they do cover. So the qualifications for this program would be the high school diploma, have a minimum of 5 CXCs. We do, this modern time, we do need persons that are proficient with usage of computers, because our record management system does require that, and it is a part of our course of study, as well as we're looking for persons, qualified Caymanians, to be part of this program, but it's not limited to Caymanians. So if you feel you have the other qualifications, still apply. And yeah, that's about it. Community-minded people that love the Cayman Islands, that want to work, that are high in integrity, that's very important. And that's the message from the commissioner. And people that want to learn, because there's an opportunity. Having started as auxiliary constable, there are persons who started auxiliary constables that have moved up to your ranks, that are as high as moving into your rank as chief inspector. So it is opportunity for you also to join the organization, see if it's an organization that that you want to continue being a part of, and there's an opportunity for you to move into different pathways up the ranks as well.
Did you say you started as an auxiliary constable?
Not me, but I'm saying the persons in the organization.
Right, some people have, okay. All
that
right.
have started in that way, that have moved up.
Do you think it takes like a certain personality traits perhaps to be an auxiliary constable, maybe compared to somebody that just wants to be like in the field on the streets?
Well, the roles are similar, quite different, and auxiliary constables do need a level of maturity based on what they do on a day-to-day basis. So the target area is usually around the mid-20s to late 20s, early 30s and up, that because the maturity that required for that type of role, is quite a bit of maturity is required for a role like that. But that does not mean that the entry-level 18-year-old that isn't capable, definitely 100% should still apply if they're interested in this specific role. They can also go to our website, RCIPS.ky/new recruits, or you could just Google auxiliary constable Royal Cayman Islands Police Service, and it will put you directly on that page.
Okay, excellent. Now, the whole program launch, the rollout for the leadership and management program with City and Guilds, it's launching this month, right?
Yes.
So tell me some details there with that.
All right. Well, on the 27th of February, we have this launch at one of our beautiful hotels here, really. We have persons from City and Guilds that are coming down. We are so excited to meet them. And these people that are coming down, there is one of the persons who was originally responsible for building the course with the College of Policing. So that's one of the persons that will be working with us. We have several schools that will be there, several schools that like the program and want to be a part of it in terms of partnership. I'm not talking about only local universities. I'm talking about international universities as well. We have one of the universities that is international. When that group heard about it, they said, we want to be there. We want to come in person. So it's going to be a really great day. We have been planning. I have a team of persons who've been working diligently to make that happen. Samantha is one of those persons who have been right at the forefront, making sure that all the I's are dotted and so on and so forth. So it's going to be a great day, and we are excited about it.
Is it open to the public, or is this an invite-only kind of event?
Yes, it's an invite-only at this point. And I'm sure we'll have other initiatives out there that where the public can be a part of. But this particular one is specific. It goes via invitation.
All right. Now, Samantha, being on the HR side of things, and these programs are rolling out, What does success look like for you after, let's say, the first year of this program is completed, or the first cohorts? What would success look like to you?
Success would look like, for me, myself, or for officers are you referring to?
Let's go with both.
Okay, for officers, I think once completing the course, it would give them an opportunity to, like I said, elevate themselves, move into higher ranks, whether it's moving into a sergeant's or inspector role. Yeah.
Okay, and for yourself?
And for myself, I think moving into more leadership management role. I work really close with Mr. Carlson. He is my manager, and he's been mentoring me so well. I've learned so much from both him and Mr. Chase, and they are both my mentors, to be honest. I still have a lot to learn.
I love that you said that.
Yes.
We all do.
Yes, a lot to learn, and just working with them is really pleasurable for me. So I'm looking to, in the future, move into, more a senior or leadership role, I should say.
Okay, excellent. And you just said you have two great mentors here.
Yes, I do.
So to hear that for you guys, how does that make you feel?
It's good. I'm proud, man. She's doing extremely well. And as I said, the training and development unit and the leadership development unit have been doing and undertaking quite a bit of initiatives to professionalize the whole organization. It's the vision of the Commissioner of Police to professionalize or to continue to professionalize the Royal Cayman Islands Police Service. And as part of the vision is to improve training and ensure that we have the best training programs out there.
Okay.
So
we're on our way.
I think that's amazing, because really great leaders take people along with them.
Yes.
When I came into the RCIPS 2-3 years ago, I had a leader who took me along and then sort of brought me to a level. And now I'm bringing somebody else along. She's going to bring somebody else along.
Yes.
That is what we do in the RCIPS. We multiply leaders.
Okay, amazing, awesome. I love it. We got a wrap now. So for anybody who's been listening, wants more information, rcips.ky, there's some information on there. And I think we can reach out to the training and development unit as well if you want to leave some info, some contact details.
That is TDU at rcips.ky, TDU at rcips.ky. Okay. And we'll definitely get in contact with you.
Okay, fabulous. Thank you so much for joining me on The Buzz this morning.
Thank you.
We're going to go to the 9 a.m. headline news. And don't forget, I've got the Valentine's giveaway right after the headline news and commercials up until 9:30. Call in with your love story or share just a positive memory of love that you have. It has to be with an actual person, okay? Not your dog. All right?
If they are talking about us,
living in your head rent-free all this time.
we must be relevant. Radio Cayman since 1976. From Radio Cayman's newsroom, this is Headlines. Local, regional, international news.
The headline news is brought to you by Kirk Market and Health Services Authority.
The opposition is speaking out after the premier is quoted in a recent news article saying government is reconsidering several proposed new revenue measures announced in the 2026-27 budget. The PPM wants the National Coalition for Caymanians government to address how any resulting revenue shortfall would be addressed if the fees change, if expenditure will be adjusted, and if any projects will be deferred. Parliament resumes meeting on March 4th. In international news, an 18-year-old has been named as the suspect in a shooting that killed 8 people and injured dozens more in British Columbia, Canada. Police say Jesse Van Roosteller was found dead at the scene from a self-inflicted gunshot injury. The motive for the attack is not yet known. 6 people were killed and at least 25 others were injured at Tumbler Ridge Secondary School. 2 others, the suspect's mother and 11-year-old stepbrother, were found dead at a nearby home. The victims at the school were a 39-year-old female educator, 3 female students, all aged 12, and 2 male students, one aged 12 and the other 13. And South Korea spies agency told lawmakers on Thursday North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has selected his daughter as his heir. Little is known about her, who in recent months has been pictured beside her father in high-profile events like a visit to Beijing in September, her first known trip abroad. The National Intelligence Service says it took a, quote, range of circumstances into account, including her increasingly prominent public presence at official events, in making its assessment. The NIS also said it would keep a close tab on whether she will attend the North's Party Congress later this month, its largest political event that is held every 5 years. Those are your headlines. I'm Carsley Fuller.
More news available at www.radiokman.gov.ky. Check out our social media pages: Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly Twitter, Radio Cayman Headline News.
At HSA, we strive to provide the highest standard of care with compassion, integrity, and dedication. And so we say thank you, Cayman, for continuing to make us the most awarded organization on island by voting us the best of Cayman Islands in 9 medical categories. Your support reminds us why we do what we do, to serve the Cayman community with kindness and excellence. To find out more about our award-winning services, visit hsa.ky. At HSA, we are committed to caring for you.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
50 years of Cayman's Voice, the People's Station. Strong, dedicated, committed, where every story belongs. News, music, community events, and talk shows lighting the way. From Grand Cayman shores to the Brac standing tall. Little Cayman's heartbeat, we're here for them all. Radio Cayman, 50 years we stand. One people, 3 islands, broadcasting boldly into the future.
The Buzz with your host, Kathy Miller.
All right, welcome back to The Buzz. I'm your host, Kathy Miller, and it is time. Love is on the air. Yes, it is. For the next, 25 minutes or so, I'm really hoping I'm going to get some calls from the listeners in celebration of Valentine's Day, which is coming up on Saturday. So I'm helping you get a little prepared for Valentine's Day. I'm trying to help spread the love. And I would like our callers, our listeners, to call in and share a positive love story. If you can talk for about 1 minute on the love in your life, it could be somebody you're engaged to, dating, married, somebody that you love. I could talk about my crush on my New York Giants quarterback, but it's a little different. If you've lost somebody, and Valentine's might be a bit of a bittersweet time for you, or a hard occasion to go through, then I'm also welcoming you to share your story, a memory with your love. Just something about love, the positivity of it. Because, man, if we saw the Super Bowl performance and we saw the message that Bad Bunny left on that big, huge billboard, it was the only thing stronger than hate is love. And there's so much chaos in the world, uncertainty. I just want to hear the positive stories. We do have a caller, so I'm very happy because we have, and let me tell you the prizes before I start talking to the caller, okay? We have gift certificates to Mykonos Restaurant. Beautiful, great restaurant. Best steaks I've ever had on island is from Mykonos. Number 11 Spa. This is a spa I go to that, can I get some sort of a raise? Because, boy, I would like to go there and spend a lot more money at this spa. It is a great place. Shout out to Jill Palmer. Thank you for also, providing a gift for us, for the listeners. Kirk Freeport has come with some fragrances for him and her. We also have a massage certificate for Blossom Day Spa, which is another spa that I go to. So shout out to Blaze. Thank you for your support as well. And we have Kirk Market, so we have bouquets of roses coming from Kirk Market. So there's some pretty amazing giveaways, and I'm super thankful. So thank you for calling to share a love story, and let us take our first caller. Good morning. Thanks for calling The Buzz.
Good morning, Miss Kathy.
How are you?
I'm very good. Do you have to disclose your name before you tell the love story?
No, ma'am, you do not. But you have to, if you can please definitely hang on the line with Susan.
Yeah.
Because she's got to take your name and number, so we can't lose you, okay, after the, I didn't tell her that, but now I'm telling her. after you're done the call with me, don't hang up. So please,
I think I have the love story that's possible from all the other love stories, and I'll try to give it to you in a minute or less.
Hey, I up to 2 minutes if you can.
Okay, so in 1973, when I was a mere 17 years old, I fell in love with a man that was 10 years older than me. And we got married, but the marriage really didn't last. And I think it was sort of because of that age difference and me being naive and from coming back and just coming over to the big city of Grand Cayman and all of that. And we subsequently divorced. We both went on to other marriages and we had children. And then 3 years ago, when I heard about the death of the best friend of this man that I had been married to, my first love, my first husband, when I heard about the friend that had passed away, I felt so compelled to just call and say, I know you're hurting, because I know how close you guys were like brothers. So I did that. And he said, well, yeah, why don't you stop by one day? I'm usually just sitting here on the porch, and I'd love to see you, or I'd love a little company. Now, this is like 50 years later, so we're not 17 and 27 anymore, okay? We're plus 50. And I did that. And what a reunification it was. I mean, East and West Germany didn't do as good a job as we did with our reunification. So we actually spent our 50th anniversary together. Now we're definitely back together. We've renewed our vows. And when we say to people, oh, yes, we were married 53 years ago, we don't say, well, we took a little hiatus of 47 years. But we're back together. We're so much in love, and we celebrated our 50th anniversary together 2 years ago. And it's absolutely wonderful.
I think that is absolutely amazing. You've brought me to tears. I didn't think I was going to start crying in the segment, but I have already. I really didn't think that was going to happen. I think that is so beautiful. Congratulations to you. I love to hear something like that. So second chances are a thing.
Yeah, sorry. I seem to have lost you there for a second. My phone did something strange. So did I get it out in my 2 minutes?
Yeah, you did. You did great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'll give Susan all the details like the whole world doesn't already know. But anyway.
Well, okay, no problem. I have to do a little draw of who's called in because I kind of want to randomly pick these prizes. So please, definitely. So it's going to be one of these prizes, whether it's Mykonos No. 11 Spa, fragrances from Kirk Freeport, Kirk Market, Blossom Day Spa. So we have some of those gifts to draw from, and definitely leave your details. So I don't know if you heard me say that you've brought me to tears with your story, but you did.
Oh, no, I didn't hear that.
You did. I love it. I wasn't expecting to like come to tears in this segment at all, but I'm very happy for you. I love to hear that, and I hope you have many blessed years together.
100% true. Every word. There's so much more I could say, but we leave it there for now. Thank you so much.
Okay, no problem. Thank you. And please hang on the line so you can leave your details with Susan.
Sure.
All right. Oh, that's so amazing. I don't know if we have any other callers as yet, but we're going to, I'm giving you guys a chance to do it. If you also want to leave a WhatsApp voice note or, a message on WhatsApp, we'll take that too. Susan did say, some people might be a little too shy to say anything on radio. So we're happy to read a WhatsApp message from you as well. The numbers, some of you are going to need the numbers again. So the numbers to call are 949-6990, 949-8037, 1-800-534-8255. And you can WhatsApp call or WhatsApp text us at 925-3261. Now, of course, I put it on my social media. I put it on Radio Cayman's social media saying we're going to do this giveaway. And even when I reached out to some of my friends and said, hey, I'm doing this giveaway, make sure you guys tune in. And not just my friends, but man, some of the messages I got was, I don't believe in love. Love isn't for me. I only have stories of hate. I was like, what's going on? And it kind of rattled me in a sense. I was like, okay, I think we've all gone through these experiences and things that kind of make us carry a little bit of bitterness. But that's going to weigh us down. And again, what's the alternative? Do I want to stay in that kind of low vibrational state of I don't believe in love or love isn't for me? No, love is the most transformative, beautiful thing in the world. And I'd rather stay on the side of hoping for that instead of deciding it's not for me, because that just seems so, dismal there. Susan, we got any other calls? Oh, she's on it. She's on a call now. So if you're trying to call in, maybe keep calling because she's just trying to take the details still from the other caller. So I want to let you know what inspired me to do this segment. I was watching a TikTok, and it was a radio station actually as well, and they were offering to send roses anywhere across the U.S. It was a U.S. station. And a woman came on the station and she said, I'm pretty sure my man loves me. We've been together about 3 years and I'm pretty sure he loves me, but he did step out in the relationship. And even though I'm carrying his child right now, I'm due in a few months, when he stepped out, he got another lady pregnant. So the girlfriend wanted to make sure that her man really loves her and doesn't want anything to do with the other one. So she went on a radio station to say, hey, let's test him. And where can we send these flowers to? So they called the boyfriend and said, you have anyone you could send these flowers to across the U.S. Who do you want to send it to? And he and they also asked him, have you ever bought flowers for, a loved one? And he said, no, I've never bought flowers. And he almost seemed kind of embarrassed about it. And I was embarrassed for him hearing that. And he said, yeah, okay, I think I know who I want to send it to. It can be anyone. And the radio station people said, yeah, anybody. And he said, okay, I'm going to send it to not his girlfriend, but the lady that he chose to, go into infidelity with. So the lady that is also going to have his child, that is not his girlfriend. That is who he chose to send the flowers to. So that was done on radio, and the girlfriend there interrupted the call and said, hey, I was just here listening to radio. Are you saying you're going to send flowers to somebody else? And I thought you loved me. And I was sitting there listening to watching this TikTok, just thoroughly embarrassed for the girlfriend and just thoroughly embarrassed that, man, this is what we're really doing out there? And it just made me turn around and say, no, I don't want to do that. I want to spread love. Like that, to me, that was just a little negative. And there's so much negativity going on that let us spread some love. So I'm going to take a quick commercial break right now. But if we have callers, you have prizes to win. I have a lot of prizes to win. So we had a beautiful story, just a story like that. Somebody you may have lost, but a love that's in your life. I have a lot of prizes to give away. So come share a bit of your love story, how it's maybe made a great impact on you. And I'll be back with you in just a couple minutes.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
Angie, how does it feel to have broken the bull riding world record?
Sore, Sean. That bull was angry.
Angie, I think that bull is headed towards your red convertible.
I broke the world record and he broke my car. Oh well, at least I've got CG Comprehensive Motor to cover this.
Get covered for collision, damage, and more. CG Brit-K. Good like that. All benefits are subject to policy provisions, including eligibility at the time of service.
The Lions Club of Grand Cayman, Delano Hislop Pace, 5K and 10K Walk Run is back on April 12th. Whether you're trying to stay a bit fitter, looking to invest more time in your community, or just looking for a reason to get out in the sun, the Delano Hislop Walk Run is the perfect opportunity to keep your goals in check. Visit the Lions Club Facebook page for registration details. The 2026 Delano Hislop Pace Walk Run, Sunday, April 12th. The Lions Club of Grand Cayman, proudly serving the community for over 50 years.
The Buzz with your host, Kathy Miller.
Good morning. Welcome back to The Buzz. I'm your host, Kathy Miller, and we are getting some WhatsApp voice notes, I believe. That's what's going on right now, right? So Susan, I think, is going to load up the voice notes to play. That's what you said you're going to do, right? I don't know. I can't hear her, but Susan was going to do that. She said, okay, she's going to preview the voice note and then air it there. So I think a question was asked, does it have to be romantic love? I would like it, preferably, but what I don't want is for you to say how much you love your dog or the kind of relationship you have with, the Lord, for example, because some people have said that to me and I'm like, okay, I get it, guys, but a human. Let's celebrate some humans here and how a human has impacted you in a great loving way. All right, so we're going to air one of the voice notes right now. So let's hear what this person has to say about love.
Good morning. Back in the 80s when I was going to school, I had a girl who was 1 year younger than me, and in the morning we would, if I'm earlier than her, because we walked to school, I would drop a piece of limb, a green limb, to say, hey, I'm gone. Or if she's ahead, she would drop the limb. So when I reached to the crossroad, I would know, okay, I don't need to wait for her. She's gone to school. And we would do that many mornings. We graduated, went our ways, and just to make a short of the story, we married in 1996, and in April we'll be celebrating 30 years of bliss and love. Thank you.
Oh, wow. I wish you called me. I want to talk to you. That's amazing. Thank you so much to that listener for sharing that voice note. What a thing. Now I'm like, okay, so this is how they communicated with each other back in the 80s. On the way to school, they would drop a limb, like a tree limb, a branch on the ground to let the other person know if they were there or not, and whether to wait. And from school days to now, they're still married. And congratulations to you. I love that. I think that's a beautiful story right there. And we do have your information on the WhatsApp. So we'll reach out to you via WhatsApp just to collect we have your number. So we'll reach out to get the rest of your information there. I don't know if another voice note has come in, or I know Susan just picked up the phone for our call, so we're going to see if that's another caller there. But I love to hear that story as well. And I love that it was a man that called in too. So yes. Okay, so the gentleman who just sent the message actually called in. Good morning. Thanks for calling The Buzz, and thank you for sharing your love story.
Good morning, Miss Kathy. Yes, since you said you want to speak to me in person, I decided to call you.
Yeah, thank you. I love that story. And how many years again did you celebrate of marriage?
It's 30 years. We're from Jamaica.
Yeah.
As young kids going to school, we had crush on each other. She said she had a crush on me from primary school. And when we was going to high school, we used to, because we walked to school about 2 miles, we used to drop limbs to let the other know that, hey, I'm gone ahead. So we did that for many, many mornings. After we graduated from school. She went on her way. I went on mine. But the Lord have it that we should meet back again, and got into the church, got married, came to Cayman, and had 2 kids. And we're living here for 29 years now.
Amazing. I wish you at least another 30 years of blessed marriage together. And I love that you shared that story. So second chances you believe in.
Yes.
It wasn't even really a second chance. It was just the time that came around for you guys to meet.
Yes, it was the time, yes.
So timing matters perhaps in this situation. Well,
yes, ma'am.
I thank you so much for sharing your love story with us. And, again, what would you say is your secret for the long-lasting marriage?
Jesus is the secret. Because I tell you, Miss Kathy, it's not easy. Sometimes I feel like I would fling her to another country, and she said the same, that sometimes I feel like I would just dismiss you somewhere else. But trusting in Jesus, we learn to forgive each other.
And that's the most important thing there.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
We learn to forgive each other.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So there is no such thing as a perfect love life. But with forgiveness for each other and to overlook our shortcomings, 2 people can make it forever. They can live, because we have dreams of living. If the Lord help us, that we should sit with each other on our porch, on our rocking chair, just in our old age, talking with each other and enjoying the rest of our life.
Okay. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you for calling in and sharing a little bit more. And we do, at least we have your number. So we're gonna be in touch with you and talk to you about the prizes, okay? Just wait for after the show.
No
we only
problem.
got a few more minutes on the show. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Oh, that was a beautiful story. Yes. Did we have another voice note? All right, Susan, let's play this new voice note then.
The story I have isn't really about romance, but more so about someone that I lost. So my brother, he had a baby mother that, well, she could say basically gave me 2 nephews. One is the same age as me, and the other one is probably 10 years younger. And when I was in Jamaica, there'd be a lot of times I'd go over to my brother's house where she lived, and me and her, we'd always talk, watch TV, laugh. She'd also do my hair. She taught me a lot of stuff that I know today. And then I had to come up here to Cayman because that's where my dad was, and my dad sent for me and my mom. So, yeah. But while me and my mom were in Jamaica, every Valentine's Day, me and her, we'd either go out to the beach. Me and her, my brother, my 2 nephews, and my mom, we go out to the beach. We'd also give each other chocolates and stuff like that. So yeah, when I came out to Cayman, about last year or the year before, it was last year. The year before, she went up to Barbados because she got a job. She got a job, what do you call it? A job opportunity there to be a cook, I believe. And would call every day and tell each other how much we miss each other and stuff like that.
All right. Thank you. There's that voice note goes on a little bit longer, but I think what she's talking about there is, that love and support in the family. And, she did speak about losing somebody as well. And, man, what it means to just kind of carry on that love, So thank you as well for your voice note there. It was just over 5 minutes, so we can't play the whole thing. So I was hoping 2 minutes max. Yeah, we'll still listen to the rest there. But thank you so much, at least for sharing, what you did so far there. And bless you, I hope love reaches you in all forms as well. And to all our listeners out there, I hope love reaches you in all forms. There was a internet couple, you could say, or basically like an influencer, this girl. And she had these really wild antics on social media, like just really flamboyant antics. And her husband was kind of always in the background, just laughing and stuff. Anyways, they'd been together since they were, I think, 14. And they got married quite young. I don't know if it was 18 or early 20s. Been married just for over 10 years. And they recently got a divorce. And, in the social media world, it was a huge thing. And everybody had an opinion piece. And, she was doing too much. And this is why they divorced. And a lot of people said, well, they got married too young. They were married way too young. And they didn't get to know anybody else. And that's why the husband was curious and blah, blah, blah. And yet we've had 2 conversations this morning with people. One man who met his wife of now 30 years, met her in primary school, and then later on, sometime in their 20s, I think it was, they met again. As he said, the Lord had it where they met again, and they became a couple. Then we had our first caller who shared from she was 17 and fell in love with a man 10 years older than her, and got married, and then that marriage didn't last. But some years later, she went to go visit him, pay her respects, and they rekindled their relationship. And I can't remember how many years it's been for her now, but she said well after their 50s, they've rekindled their relationship. So I think what it shows there, man, sometimes you can start from a young age, a middle age, whatever age, but the possibilities are always there. Love is going to come around. It might have hit you once. It might not have hit you yet, but love comes around. And one of the favorite stories that I just want to share right now, when I think about that internet couple that I just spoke about, when people are like, oh, no, you can't get together so young and marry so young. My mom's friend is in her 70s, and when I visited, when I had to go for my brother's funeral in January, she came with us to the gravesite because her husband is buried very close to my brother. So she said her husband passed 2 years ago, and she comes every single Saturday to talk to her husband. She was in love, and she goes, Kathy, we've been married, it was over 50 years, and she got married at 19 to this man. So she grew up in rural Serbia, in a little village somewhere in Serbia. And, as you know, most people at that age, in your town, in your village, all ages kids are playing. And this guy was 5 years older than her. And they were always like friends as children. And then when she was 14, he was moving to Canada. He was 19, and he said, I'm going to be back in 5 years with a ring and ask you to be my wife. And she just laughed like, you're crazy. I'm 14. I've got my whole life ahead of me. The man returned in 5 years from Canada back to Serbia with a ring and proposed, and she accepted. And they have been, he died a couple years ago, but they had been together since. And that to me was also a very, very, very beautiful story. So relationships can last. I know we're past the show time and I was about to end, but we got one final caller. So you know what? We're spreading the love. So let's take this love story right here. Good morning. Thanks for calling the Buzz.
Good morning.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. You're calling to share a love story?
Yes.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay. So about 20-something years ago, at the time, my husband now, we used to hold a parking space for me because where I worked, the parking spaces were very limited, and he's an electrician, and he was doing a job, and he used to put the cone in the parking space for me so that I could have a space to park every morning.
Okay. I like this. So that's how you met him?
Yes, yes.
Okay, well, you got to tell me a little bit more here. So how did it blossom?
So we, let's see now. So have a parking space. We started talking. We started to go to lunch, and I guess the rest is history.
Okay, and you've been married, did you say over 20 years?
No, we've been married 19 years.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And what would you say your secret to a long-lasting marriage is?
Never go to bed angry.
Okay, I like that too. Okay, thank you. Please hold on the line so Susan can take your information. I'd appreciate that, please. So hold on the line, and then I'll get in touch with you just right after the show ends, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, thanks for calling and sharing it.
Thank you.
Oh, awesome. I love that. Nobody holds parking spaces for me here, and you know that the parking spaces in government are hard to get a hold of. So Susan is just taking the information from the caller, and we have one more voice note to air, and then I gotta end the show, guys. But thank you for calling. Thanks for tuning in and helping to spread the love, because I'm going to make some of my friends who were like, I don't believe in love. I only have stories of hate. I'm going to make them listen to this segment. So you said we had one more voice note, Susan? Oh, my bad. Oh, there is it's a message that came in. My bad. I thought it was a voice note. So it says, "Good morning, Kathy. My love of my life is no longer with me. There was someone I fell in love with in 1973 that visited my school lunchtime just to talk through the fence. He left the island, went to sea on ships after I didn't see him for days. Maybe his cousin or her cousin told him something is written wrong here, okay? So I'm trying to decipher this. But basically, he passed a message to her that if he was ever to return to Cayman, or he passed a message to his cousin saying if he was to ever return to Cayman, that she would have been his wife. And they married in 1979. And he passed on the 16th of February, 2017, and she was right by his bedside. They had just celebrated their wedding anniversary of 38 years. Wow, that's another story starting from way back in school again. And y'all are bringing me to tears. Really didn't think that was going to happen. I haven't cried in a week, so this is a big deal. Thank you for sharing this, and I think it's beautiful. So he came back, and you got married, and 38 years of marriage. So we know love is strong. Love is alive. Love is the most transformative thing. I keep saying that. And love is the only thing out there that is stronger than hate. Thank you to those who have helped to spread their messages and their stories of love. I really appreciate it. I have so many prizes still to give away. And throughout the day, I think we're still going to be giving those prizes away. So tune in, because I know Bass is going to be giving some stuff away. I think Doc's going to do it too. And, we just want to keep spreading love and help people celebrate Valentine's Day this year. All right. So it's a hint for you. If you haven't prepared for Valentine's Day, it's Saturday. Get ready. All right. Thanks for hanging out with me on The Buzz. Thank you to everybody for your messages and calls. I know the show went a little late, but I appreciate you sharing your stories with us. Have a great Thursday.
The Buzz is proudly sponsored by Cayman Insurance Center, specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services. And Kirk Market. Experience a world of choice. And Automotive Art Cayman. Your car, our passion. And by Dorman Day, celebrating 10 years of opening doors to brighter futures. Visit dormanday.ky.